Exactly. Okay. So with different subjects, we actually use different forms of the verb. And that process of changing the form of the verb according to the subject, that is called conjugation. Okay. So today we will learn something new. So all the verbs that we have in Portuguese, let's say all verbs, all Portuguese verbs, can be divided into two categories. First, we call them the regular verbs, and second are called irregular verbs. Regular verbs and irregular verbs. So with regular verbs, actually if we learn one formula, then we can conjugate all the regular verbs. That means we call them regular because all of them follow one single formula. All of them follow the same pattern of conjugation. We will understand this better when I show you the real actual verbs and their conjugations. But as of now, just understand that regular verbs, all the regular verbs will have one single formula. That is, if I'm able to conjugate one regular verb with a certain formula, then I can conjugate any other regular verb. That is exactly why they are called regular, because they follow a single formula or a single pattern, you can say. So these are called verbos regulares. Verbos regulares. It is regular verbs. Okay. So what is the meaning of this verbos regulares? They follow one single formula for conjugation. So all of the regular verbs will follow one formula, one unanimous formula, one single formula for the conjugation. Irregular verbs. These are also called verbos irregulares. Verbos irregulares. These are irregular verbs. So this is the exact opposite of the regular verbs. They do not follow any formula. Now let us understand what are regular verbs and irregular verbs. For example, we read some verbs in the apresenta sound like the gostar verb. Gostar means to like. Morar verb means to live. We also read adorar verb. Eu adoro a minha família. Okay. Adorar is to adore or to love. Now, if I look at the conjugation of all these three verbs, let me conjugate all of them in the same table. So let's put the verbs here. Gostar, to like. Morar, to live. And adorar, to adore or to love. So if I look at the first conjugation with eu, gostar becomes, do you remember what is gostar verb with eu? You have used it in sentences also.
Gosto.
Gosto, okay? Like eu gosto cricket. Many of you have mentioned I like cricket. Eu gosto de cricket. Eu gosto de viajar. So gostar verb with eu becomes gosto. And what about the morar verb? If I want to say I live in Delhi.
Moro.
Moro?
Yes, moru. Okay. So morar verb becomes moru. And how do you say I love my family? Adorar becomes what will be the conjugation of adorar with eu?
Adoro?
Yes, exactly. Adoru. So what is happening here? See, in all these conjugations for gostar, morar, and adorar, all the three verbs, we are actually having the similar conjugation. All of them are ending with o at the end. Gosto, moru, ador. So what are we doing here? We are removing the AR from the end and we are adding an O. So our first job is to remove the AR from the end of the verb. So let me write step 1. Remove the ending of AR, that is this part. So if I remove AR from gostar, then we are remaining with gost, G-O-S-T. So step 2, we are left with this part is called the radical. Okay, we are left with the radical. For example, if we remove AR from gostar, we are left with ghost. So this ghost is our radical. What is the use of this radical? I'll tell you. So first step is we remove AR from the ending, and once we remove the AR from the ending of a verb, then we are remaining with the radical. Step 3. Use this radical, for example, ghost, and add the formula to get the conjugation. So what we are doing here, we are using the radical, that is ghost, okay? And our formula is only O. So we have the verb ghost. For example, our formula for conjugating AR ending verbs. All the verbs that will end in AR, they will follow one single formula. As I told you, it's a regular verb. Yes, Busha, question?
Yeah, step 2, you saying, then what about the moral? If we just minus the AR, so it becomes more.
Yes, right. More is your radical.
Okay.
So it works with every verb, okay? For example, if we talk about adorar, we'll remove the AR and we'll remaining with ador. Okay, morar, remove AR and you're remaining with more. Now after this, we will build the formula. So what is the formula? Formula is, I'll add a column here only. So in this, let's mention the formula. So with EU, we say radical plus O. So our radical is gosht and we added an O. It becomes goshtu. For 2, we say radical plus ash. So our next will be gosht is our radical and we will add ash to it. So what will be the conjugation? 2.
Goshtash?
Yes, 2 gostash. Then with morar, it will become 2
Moorish.
morish. And adorar will become 2
Adorash.
adorash. Okay. Then for você, ele, ela, we have radical plus radical mais a. We have radical plus the letter a. So gostar becomes like if I want to say you like. So how will you say that? Você?
Goshta?
Exactly. Você gosta. Or ele, ela gosta. He likes, she likes. For example, if I say she likes to watch TV. Ela gosta de assistir TV. I'll give you examples with all the verbs. Okay, so you understand that every single conjugation, how will you use it? So radical mais a is gosta. Morar becomes, with noish, we have radical, mais, amush. Radical plus amush. So gostar will become
Gostamos.
is gostamos. So we like gostamos. Then morar becomes
Moramos.
moramos. Perfect. And adorar?
Adoramos.
Adoramos.
Right. Adoramos. Great. Okay. Then we have last one. Vocês, eles, elas. In this we do radical, mais, ao. This is am, but it is pronounced as ao. Nasal sound. Be it European or Brazilian, the pronunciation is ao. So I'll say the first one. First one is, okay, you tell me.
Gostamos.
Yes. Gostão.
Gostamos.
Perfect. Gostão. Morar becomes
Moral.
morar. Perfect. And last one,
Adoramos.
adorão. See, we have completed the whole table. So we did the gostar verb, the morar verb, and the adorar verb. In this, we learned that if we are using one single formula, we can conjugate all the three verbs together. So this is called a regular verb. In regular verbs, we don't have to learn every verb separately. We can learn only one verb. For example, if you just remember the conjugation of gostar, you can use the same formula to conjugate morar, adorar, and many other verbs. I'll give you more examples. But basically, what you need to know right now is that this is the significance, or this is the definition of a regular verb. That is, it follows one single formula. Now, under regular verbs also, we have three types of endings. We can have every verb in Portuguese can come under three endings. So let us say again, all the Portuguese verbs can be categorized. I'll come to the question just a second. All the Portuguese verbs can be categorized into three types on the basis of endings. So just like we saw these verbs, gostar, morar, adorar, all these verbs are ending with a, ehi. That is ar, er. Similarly, we can have three endings. That is ar ending verbs, like you said, gostar, morar, adorar. We have multiple more verbs. I'll give you more examples on that. Secondly, we have er ending verbs, like we have beber, comer, viver. Beber means to drink, comer means to eat, and viver means to live. It is same as the morar verb in meaning. Then we have ir ending verbs. Okay. Verbs that end in ir. For example, we have abrir, traduzir. Abrir means to open. Traduzir means to translate. Okay. Or we can say preferir, to prefer. So like this, we have three types of endings. तो ये तीन कैटेगरीज होते हैं एंडिंग के बेसिस पे. अब हर एक एंडिंग में रेगुलर भी हो सकता है, इरेगुलर भी हो सकता है. ठीक है. तो ये एंडिंग के ऊपर निर्भर नहीं करता है कि वर्ब रेगुलर है या इरेगुलर है. एंडिंग से उसका कुछ लेना देना नहीं है. हर एक एंडिंग के अंदर वर्ब रेगुलर भी हो सकता है और इरेगुलर भी हो सकता है. जैसे कि हमने इन तीनों वर्ब को देखा AR एंडिंग के अंदर, वी सॉ गोस्तार, मोरार एंड आदोरार. दीज आर रेगुलर वर्ब्स क्योंकि वो फॉर्मूला फॉलो कर रहे हैं. बट जैसे हमने स्टार वर्ब पढ़ा था, वो इरेगुलर वर्ब है क्योंकि अगर इसी फॉर्मूला को आप स्टार वर्ब में अप्लाई करोगे तो उसका कंजुगेशन सही नहीं निकलेगा, बिकॉज इट डज नॉट फॉलो द फॉर्मूला. उसकी एक अपनी इंडिपेंडेंट अलग कंजुगेशन चलती है. तो इसलिए हम उसको इरेगुलर वर्ब कहते हैं. जो भी ऐसा वर्ब होगा जो फॉर्मूला को फॉलो नहीं करते हुए अपना अलग सा कंजुगेशन बनाएगा, उसको हम इरेगुलर वर्ब बोलेंगे। और ये इरेगुलर वर्ब्स हर एक कैटेगरी में आ सकते हैं, मतलब AR एंडिंग इरेगुलर हो सकता है, ER एंडिंग में भी कुछ इरेगुलर हो सकते हैं, या IR एंडिंग में भी कुछ वर्ब्स होंगे जो इरेगुलर है। Once again, to clarify another thing, in the A1 level, we will only learn the simple present tense. So whatever we are learning, whatever conjugations we are learning, these are all simple present tense. The name of the tense in Portuguese is called present do indicativo. Present do indicativo. Or in English, we will call it simple present tense. So whatever conjugation of verbs we are learning in this tense, present to indicativo. Let's start conjugating some verbs. I'll form a new table and I'll come to everyone with some new verb. So the formula will remain the same. Whatever verb we have, we can conjugate based on the same formula. So first, let's take the falar verb. Falar means to speak.
Follow.
Yes,
To falas.
Yes,
Você ali ela fala.
perfect.
Nós falamos.
Yes,
Vocês eles ela falam.
great. Absolutely no mistakes. That's great. Okay, next let's take andar verb. Andar. Andar means to walk. Do.
Andu.
Yes.
Andu. Andush.
Andas. We'll say it along with the subjects. Eu ando, tu andas, then
Você, ele, ela. And.
andar. Yes.
Nós. Nós andamos.
Very good. Nós andamos.
Vocês, eles, elas. Andam.
Andam. Perfect. Okay. All of you who are conjugating a particular verb, I want you to try and make a sentence with the same verb. Moving on, let's take the verb mudar. Mudar means to change. So who would like to conjugate this one? Yes, Sarthak.
Eu mudo,
Yes,
tu mudas,
right,
você, ela muda,
right.
nós mudamos,
Yes.
vocês, elas mudam.
Mudam. Great. Okay, put one sentence in the chat box with mudar verb. Any one conjugation.
Okay.
Okay. Next, let's take the verb trabalhar. Very common. Trabalhar. Trabalhar means to work. I work, you work. Yes, Rajiv.
Eu trabalho,
Trabalho. Yes.
tu trabalhas,
Trabalhas.
trabalhas.
Yes.
Você, ele, ela trabalha.
Perfect.
Nós trabalhamos.
Great. Trabalhamos.
Vocês, eles, elas trabalham.
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 Yes. Okay. So trabalhar means to work. I work, you work, we work. So please make a sentence with trabalhar. Okay. Next, let's take the jogar verb. Very common. Jogar is to play sport. So these are the AR ending verbs. I will send you some more AR ending verbs. First of all, I will send you this document. From this, you have to make your notes. First, make your notes and make sure you write down all of these verbs. Jitne bhi verbs are in total. First, we started with gostar, morar, adorar, and then we did all these verbs. Apart from this, I will give you some more verbs for homework. Okay. So what you need to do in your homework, you have to conjugate the verbs and make at least one sentence with every verb. Okay. Try to make one sentence with every verb. That will help you in two things. Firstly, it will help you with the conjugation. to learn the conjugation. And secondly, it will also help you with the vocabulary. You will get a lot of verbs in your vocabulary and you will learn how to use them, in what conditions we use them. So I'll send you a list of words with their meanings in the group, WhatsApp group, and I want you to conjugate those verbs. So whenever you conjugate, always make a table like this. Okay. Initially, in the first column, you will have your subjects, and then you can add on the verbs. So every table you can have almost 5 to 6 verbs, and then you can keep on making tables like this. Apart from this, I will give you an idea what we will be doing in the next class. So just like we did the AR ending verb, we also have the ER and IR ending verb. So let's move on to the ER ending verbs today. In the last class also, we saw a glimpse of it. So just like we conjugate with the formula of AR ending, we also have the formula of ER ending. So similarly, we will first derive the radical. Radical means we will remove the ending of a word, and whatever remains is our radical. Then with the radical, we will add this formula. So for ER ending verb, we have this: U, esh, e, emos, ein. For example, if I take the comer verb, then ER is my radical here. ER is the ending. So I'll remove the ER and I'm left with com. So com is the radical. Now I will keep adding formula to it. So our first conjugation becomes com mais u. Com के साथ u ऐड कर दिया तो बन गया como. Eu como. Tu comes. I added es with com. Tu comes. Você ali ela come. Nós comemos. So I added emos with com. Nós comemos. Vocês elas comem. Comem. Just like we had falam or gostam at the end with AR ending verb, here we have em. Comem. So the formula is almost the same. It's just that previously we were working with AR ending verbs. So all the formula, all of this were having the letter A. Like with tu, it was ash. With você eliela, it was a. Nós, it was amush. And vocês elas, it was ao. Now we have ER ending, so everything turns into E. Esh, e, emush, ein. Whereas the first conjugation remains same for all the endings, be it AR, ER, IR, all the endings, the first conjugation remains same. That we add O to the radical. So the conjugation of comer, once again, eu como, tu comes, você ela come, nós comemos, vocês elas comem. Same thing goes for these verbs, beber and viver. So if I look at the beber verb, I'll remove the ER from the end and I'll be remaining with BEB as the radical. So I'll keep adding formula to it. Eu bebo, I drink. Beber is to drink. What is the meaning of comer?
Eat.
Eat.
Yes. And viver is to live, just like the morar verb. So conjugation of beber. Eu bebo, tu bebes, você ela bebe. Wherever we have an E at the end, we will pronounce it like E, baby. So although our letter is actually A, this letter in Portuguese is A da escola. But when it comes at the end of the word, it becomes E. So você ela bebe. Nós bebemos. And vocês elas bebem. Bebem. Same thing goes for the viver word. Eu vivo. Eu vivo. Tu vives. Você ela vive. Nós vivemos. Vocês elas vivem. So that is the viver verb. Now we will do some practice verbs.
For eu, it's aprendo.
Yes, aprendo.
For tu is aprendes.
Hmm.
And then for você, ela, ele, it is aprendi.
Yes. And now when it is aprendi, we can also call it aprendi.
Aprendi.
Yes.
And for nouns, it's aprendemos.
Wait, just a second. How do you pronounce this one, the subject?
Nós.
Yes, nice, right. Okay, last one.
For vocês, eles, and elas, it is aprendem.
Yes, perfect. Okay, please make a sentence with aprender. Okay, next verb we'll take is entender. Anyone knows the meaning of entender?
To understand.
Yes, to understand. After Ashish, we have Bushra. Bushra, try the entender verb.
Entiendo.
Yes.
Tú entiendes. Entendas. Você, ele, ela. Entende. Nós entendemos. Vocês, eles, elas. Entendem. Entendem.
Yes. Okay, Bushra, once more, how do you say this one? Você, ele, ela?
Entendem.
See, either we will say entend, will not extend it much. Okay? In European, we will not extend it. So either we'll say entend or we can say entendi in Brazil.
Entende. Okay.
Okay, please make a sentence with entender verb. Let's see who is next. After Bushra, we have Gopesh. Gopesh, did you revise the AR ending verbs?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Okay, let's take the verb escrever. Escrever means to write. So what will be the first conjugation?
Eu escrevo.
Yes.
Tu escreves.
Yes, perfect.
Você, ele, ela escreve.
Escreve.
Escreve. Nós nós escrevemos.
Yes.
Vocês, elas escrevem.
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 Yes. So escrever means to write. You can pick up any one conjugation from this and make a sentence. Okay, let's move on to next. We have Manpreet. So let's take the verb receber. Manpreet, receber is to receive. Let's conjugate this.
Eu recebo.
Yes. Recebo.
Tu recebes.
Recebes.
Você, ela, ele recebe.
Now you're just saying the English word receive. It's not receive. It is receber.
Receber.
Yes. So você, ele, ela?
Receber.
Yes.
Nós recebemos.
Yes.
Você, elas, eles. Você recebem.
Recebem. Yes. Put a sentence in the chat box with receber to
मैम
receive.
एक बार ये
Yes.
você, ela वाला बताना एक बार.
Okay, I'll tell you the all the pronunciations, okay? Eu recebo, tu recebes, você, ele, ela recebe, nós recebemos, vocês, eles, elas recebem. Let's come to the IR ending verbs. Now, when we do the IR ending verbs, it's not at all difficult because IR ending has the same conjugation as the ER ending. Okay, the conjugation is very, very similar. Only that where we are learning emush in ER ending verbs, we are using emush. But only in this particular conjugation, in IR ending, we'll be using emush. Otherwise, all the other conjugations are exactly the same. So let us look at the IR ending. For example, we have taken the verb abrir here. It is ending in IR. This is an IR ending verb. So if I remove the ending from here, I am left with abr. Abr is my radical. So I will keep adding the formula to this. First one is eu abru. Eu abru, tu abrish, você ele ela abre, nós abrimos. Only this one is different from the ER ending word. Nós abrimos. And vocês eles elas abrem. So once again, eu abro, tu abres, você ele ela abre, nós abrimos, and vocês eles elas abrem. So let us take some words for practice. Let's take assistir. Assistir is to watch or to attend. So to watch a game, to watch TV, to attend a party, or to attend a class, anything is assistir. Watch or attend, for both the words we use assistir. Then let's take the verb dividir. To divide. Partir. To leave. Or let's say to depart. Partir. Stay. Actually, most of the verbs in IR ending becomes irregular. That is, they do not follow the formula. There are very less verbs in IR which are regular verbs. Subir. Subir is to rise or to climb. So we can use this verb, for example, to climb the stairs, to climb a mountain, or to virtually climb something, like climb the ladder of career. Okay. So you go up in your career, that is also subir. Subir em carreira. So like this, we can use the subir verb. Then let's say permitir. To permit. Proibir, the opposite of this. Permitir is to permit and proibir is to prohibit. Você proíbe o uso do carro. Yes, perfect, perfect. Eles admitem que eu sou melhor. Sim, muito bem. Okay, that's great. I think all of you are getting the correct meaning and you are understanding things. So we have done the regular verbs. Okay, quickly to recap what we have done till now. We are still doing simple present tense. Okay, that is present do indicativo. When you will be making sentences in homework, please make sure that you don't make any sentences with verbs like andu, endu, indu, because that is continuous tense, that is ing. We have not read that tense yet. We have not done it yet. So when we do it, we'll understand in detail how to actually use that tense, the present continuous tense. So we will not go into that as of now. We will stick only to present do indicativo, that is simple present tense. So what all comes under simple present tense? Simple present tense includes daily activities, okay, that happen in day-to-day life. Maybe these are our habits or routine activities or some fact, okay, or some description of something. So mostly these things come under simple present tense. So we will not think of any past tense or future tense unless we have learned it. We will only focus on simple present tense, and whatever homework you do will be based on simple present tense. Now, under simple present tense, we learned the conjugation of regular verbs. To learn the conjugation of regular verbs, we divided it into three categories on the basis of their endings: AR ending, ER ending, and IR ending. For every ending, we learned a specific formula. We applied the formula and we got the conjugation. So As of now, we have covered the regular verbs and we have covered all the three endings, AR ending, ER ending, and IR ending. But if you remember, we have irregular verbs as well. So if I talk about irregular verbs, let us just understand what is the difference now with the irregular verbs. So these irregular verbs, they will not follow the formula. No matter what ending they have, they can have AR ending or ER ending or IR ending. For example, if I take the AR ending verbs, we are talking about only irregular verbs now. Okay, so we will look at unique verbs. अलग अलग verbs को देखेंगे जिनकी conjugation बिल्कुल अलग होंगी, वो formula follow नहीं करेंगे. तो हमने AR ending की formula सीखी है, but if I take the star verb, we have already learned star. It does not follow the formula. The first conjugation is stow. Then we have stash, sta, stamush, and stow. So it is very, very different from the formula oriented verbs, the regular verbs. Similarly, we have the dar verb. Dar means to give. You don't need to learn these verbs as of now. I will send you the document just for you to look at it. No need to stress on it right now because we will do all these verbs individually. That is one class after every lesson. We will try to take up one irregular verb, because irregular verbs, you cannot conjugate them without learning the specific verb. We cannot have any formula for that. So for example, we have the dar verb. The conjugation is eu dou. Eu dou. Then with tu, it is dash. You give. Tum dete ho. Okay. Tu dash. Você, ele, ela, dá. Nós damos. Vocês, eles, elas, dão. You can see that it is similar to the star verb, but still it is an irregular verb. It is not following any formula. The particular formula of the AR verb, it is not following. Then we also have irregulars in ER ending verbs. For example, if I take the fazer verb, you can see that whatever this verb is, it is ending in ER. Fazer means to do or to make. Now, according to the formula, the first conjugation should be fazu. हमें ER हटा देनी है और radical के साथ formula लगा देनी है. तो इसका conjugation बन जाएगा fazu. But it does not work like that. It is irregular. So the first conjugation becomes faço. I do. Eu faço. Tu fazes. Você, ele, ela faz. According to formula, it should have been fazi, but it is faz. Irregular. Okay? Nós fazemos. And vocês, eles, elas fazem. So you can see that wherever we have irregular verbs, they do not follow the formula. Every conjugation is pretty unique. So this is the essence of the irregular verbs. For example, we have in the ER ending verbs, just a second, my system is getting hanged. For example, we have a verb called perder. Perder is to lose. Kuch kho dena. Okay. So the first conjugation, according to formula, it should be perdu, but it is actually perku. No relation to the original verb. The original verb is perder, but the first conjugation is perku. I lose. For example, I lose my wallet. Eu perco a minha carteira. So perco. Then rest of it actually follows the formula. Perdes. Você, ele, ela perde. Nós perdemos. Vocês, eles, elas perdem. So in this way, you can see in the perder verb, there is only one conjugation that is irregular. In the fazer verb, there are two conjugations which are irregular. There can be some verbs in which all the conjugations are irregular, like the ser verb, to be. So it is so, esh, a, somos, and são. So in this, all the conjugations are irregular. So it is not necessary that all the conjugations will be irregular. There can be only one conjugation which is irregular or two conjugations that are irregular. Let's look at the IR ending verbs. So in IR ending verbs, we have many verbs which are irregular. For example, preferir. So according to the formula, the first conjugation, preferir, means to prefer. According to the formula, first conjugation should be preferu, यानी prefer लिख दिया मैंने और u add कर दिया. ये हमारा पहला conjugation होना चाहिए. But it actually becomes prefiru, P-R-E-F-I-R-O, prefiru. Then it is preferish, preferi. The rest of it follows the formula. Preferimus and preferem. For example, we have the verb dormir. Dormir means to sleep. So according to the formula, it should have been dormu. I'll remove the IR, I'll add an O at the end. So it should have been dormu. But the actual conjugation is durmu. Eu durmo. Then tu dormes, você ele ela dorme, nós dormimos, and vocês elas dormem. So rest of it is regular, but only the first one is irregular. So like this, these are called irregular verbs, okay, where there are some conjugations which do not follow the formula. All of them are called irregular verbs. So now the concept of regular and irregular is clear to everyone. Can you give me a thumbs up on this? If anybody has any questions, anybody is still confused, please ask.